Okay, so today we're going to start off with properties, and we're going to just do a quick review on these four properties. So the commutative property is just x plus y is equal to y plus x, or x times y is equal to y times x. So an example of that would be number 3 down here, where 45 is x and 73 is y. So x plus y is equal to y plus x. And if you see, you'll get that they're the same answer. 45 plus 73 would be whatever it is, and 73 plus 45 would be the same as what you get over here. For subtraction and division, the commutative property won't work. You'll get different answers. So it's only for multiplication and addition. For the associative property is basically just parentheses. Okay, so if you look at it over here, it's 28 times 3 times 12 and 28 times 3 times 12. They're the same thing. The only thing that's different is where you put the parentheses. Over here it's 28 times 3 and over here it's 3 times 12. Now, as you all know, in PEMDAS, you should do parentheses first. So in here you want to multiply 28 times 3, which would be whatever it is, and then you multiply that times 12. And so you take 28 times 36 in this case, or 28 times 36, and they would equal the same thing. If you look down here in number 6, it's basically the same. 6 times 7 is 42, and then you want to multiply that times 2. On the other side, it's 6 times 14. 6 times 14. And if you look at it, you'll see that both sides come up to 84. And so what the associative property is saying is that no matter where you put the parentheses, it's going to equal the same number. The next would be the distributive property. And the distributive property, as you can see in number 1, it's just 14 times 3 plus 14 times 2. And it's 14 times 3 plus 14 times 2. And that's what the distributive property is. The identity property of addition is anything plus 0 is equal to itself. So x plus 0 is equal to x. In this case, x would be 41. So 41 plus 0 is equal to 41. The identity property of multiplication is anything times 1 is equal to itself. So 41 times 1 would equal to 41. Or if you look down here, number 5, 18 times 1 is equal to 18. So that's just a quick review of the four properties. The next section is algebraic equations. So in algebraic equations, you just want to replace the variable with whatever they say the variable equals. So in this case, it's a plus 205, but a equals 63. So it'd be 63 plus 205. And 63 plus 205 is equal to 268. Okay. And that's basically what algebraic equations is. If you look down here in number 2, p minus 31 is just 150 minus 31, and 150 minus 31 is 119. Okay. Okay. Let's go on to number 2. Alright, it's the same thing, where you do like this, and 20 times 6 is 120, and this is 10, but we need to know what the width is. And so what we do know is that this over here is 20, and this over here is 15. And we know that 15 plus the length has to equal 20. So 15 plus what is equal to 20? 15 plus 5 is equal to 20. So this over here, the answer is 5 again. So then it just be 50, and 50 plus 120 is 170 millimeters squared. Okay. And so next it would be perimeter. And so perimeter is just adding all the sides. And so you have 4 sides. You have 4, 8, 9, and 3. You just need to know this side and this side. And the way you find that side is basically the same thing that you found the sides in the previous section. We know that this over here, this imaginary line that I draw, is going to be 9. 4 plus whatever this is equal to 9. We know that this is equal to the side. So 4 plus this side is equal to 9. And 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So now we know that this side is 5. Okay. And you do the same thing on this side, where 3 plus this imaginary number has to equal 8, and this imaginary line has to equal this side. And so 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. So this side would be 5, and we know that this is equal to this. So both sides over here are 5. And so then all you need to know is that it's going to look like this. And then you just add up everything, and the answer that you get would be 34 centimeters. 34 centimeters. Now the reason that I'm not doing squared is because we're finding perimeters, and you only need to put centimeter squared when you do it. It's the same concept all the way down. Over here, it's we know from before that if you split it like this, you get a 5. And we know that this side, this imaginary line that we drew before, is equal to this. So we know that this side is equal to 5, and so you just erase this. And if we know that whatever plus x has to equal the whole line, it also works in reverse. So in this case, there's this 6, there's this 10. So if you take this 10 and you move it all the way up here, it has to equal 10. And so this thing has to equal what this thing equals. So it'd be 6 millimeters plus 10, and that would be 16. And so after this, you remove everything that's distracting, like this line and this line, and these numbers. And then you just add up everything. So 6 plus 20 plus 16 plus 5 plus 10 plus 15. And once you do all that, you just get 72 millimeters. And so that's all for this week. Goodbye.